Catch a vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
Assalamu alaikum everybody and welcome to another episode of Catch a Vibe with me, Big Hass. Catch a Vibe airs every Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 10 p.m. right here on this beautiful station, Pulse 95 Radio. Now, I want to thank all of you for the support that I've been getting. We launched only 3 weeks ago, and every Saturday and Sunday we have a new guest, new story. What's amazing about our region is the diversity that we have. And I want to thank you for all the support. Today's guest is a truly special one. He is a singer, songwriter, UAE-based. He is no stranger really to making people happy and entertaining people from the heart. He hails, of course, from the incredible country of Sudan, which is really an amazing country that I love. Everyone who knows me knows what I feel about Sudan. When we talk about this guy, it's like a lot of things together, between funk to like dancehall to pop to R&B. But for me, it's his heart that I love and I connect with in every single way. The way he can rock a crowd, entertain a crowd, even if this crowd doesn't know who he is. I'm telling you, this guy is the man when it comes to entertainment. He is one of the most hardworking artists that we have right here in the UAE. And he's been, actually, fun fact, his first original was actually world premiere on Pulse 95 Radio. So I'm talking about the one, the only, the legendary Jindi. Assalamu alaikum.
Fiya Fiya. Alaikum salam, my guy, man.
How you doing, my brother?
Alhamdulillah, man. What an intro, man.
I want you to get closer to the mic a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Perfect,
It feels good to be back, since 2018.
I know.
Think 5 years down the line. So, man, I'm blessed to be here. I'm, doing what I love, man,
Exactly. And I think we're starting with there. What was the spark that led you to start releasing original and start even music? What was it? Was it a certain singer? Was it certain musician that you appreciated? What got you inspired?
So like when I started off with my friends, I would just sing everywhere, man. Since I was 12, I was singing in the mall, I was singing in the cinema, they couldn't take me anywhere, So I felt like music was an outlet for me to express myself, whether I was happy, whether I was sad. I thought that the best way for me is to get on a stage and actually perform, because like back in grade school, I would sing, I would like go to these talent shows and stuff. So definitely my friends gave me this push, and the spark was just me knowing that music and watching artists from a young age,
like who?
The Michael Jacksons and even Muhammad Wardi, like my father, he used to play a lot of Sudanese music. So I think that kind of sparked something in me, like I want to be on a stage, basically. And another funny story, the first time, I haven't shared this story, but
okay,
I have to share it, because every time I was like, I'm waiting for the right time, but I think this is the right time. And because in 2016, you were hosting something called Street Beats, something, it was like beats somewhere in JBR. And you were emceeing the event.
Yeah.
And at that time, I didn't know you, who you are, you didn't know me. And I come up to you, and there was a band playing Superstition.
What?
Yeah, there was a band, and I came to you, I was like, yo, man, I gotta perform. And you were like, man, I wish, but, because of the license thing in Dubai, it couldn't be possible. But I saw you rocking that, man, with, the whole event.
What?
Yeah, man, crazy story. I remember,
insane.
bro, I was just in uni,
Yeah.
And back in the day,
it was my first year in the UAE.
It was my first year. And you had the black bandana, I remember, the signature black bandana. So that was a crazy moment, man.
What's even crazier, I want to shout out Hakam. Because
Hakam,
for me,
man.
Blank Space, I think I was there. I think it was D3, if I'm not mistaken. And then this ball of energy came up. I was like, who is that guy? And we're talking about Jindi. And man, your stage presence is something. Where did that develop? Like, where did that?
I'll tell you, man.
And even before your original music, like even before you drop your original music, the covers that you used to do, you have your own stage presence, man.
Yeah, so I remember when I was 16, my father got me a ticket, Allah yarhamu. He got me a concert ticket. It was Chris Brown concert in Dubai Festival, yeah.
Oh.
So I went to that show, man, and it was a crazy performance, bro, incredible. And since then I've been going to all these shows. I met different artists. I would go like backstage sometimes, like try to sneak in, like, yo, what's up? And I met Pharrell Williams, man, when I was 16.
What?
Yeah, man, yeah. I met him, and it was just like so inspiring.
Oh wow.
I still have the picture. Like I was so small kid. I was like a bit chubby, and but I felt like me going to these shows definitely like taught me a lot about stage presence and how people carry out the show, from lights to like to the show production to like how they transition from a song and how they carry the energy. So when I did my concert series in 2019 and you were there too, you saw like how I did the outfit change, and it was like, oh damn.
Yeah, you pay a lot of attention to that. Jindi, what does this mean to you? Oh, you have to hear it right here with the headphone.
Ooh, man. Jeez.
What is this?
Hey, man. That's Lil Jindi, man. That's young Jindi.
We're talking about By Your Side. Jindi, seriously, when you took that step to launch original music, how did you feel and why did you take such a step?
Because I think... like back when I used to perform at these open mics, like with Abo, like shout out Abo, obviously.
Shout out Abo.
Go Play the World and all these platforms. I remember there was platforms here like Homegrown, like Freshly Ground Sounds. If you remember.
Yeah, Freshly Ground Sounds.
I would go to these events and like just watch everything, and like for me, I thought like me watching all these guys coming up to these open mics and like coming up with their stuff is like it was, I wouldn't say like I felt like like a sense of like like they have some originals or like nah, but I felt like it was inspiring for me to come and create and come actually the next week and show them what I have, so that was it, like me just going to these platforms and performing and like just watching guys sometimes younger than me and sometimes way older than me and just like talking to them after they finish and like like just learning. I felt like learning was the biggest thing for me.
I know that you performed with so many of the UAE musicians. Like I know Abri means a lot to you as well.
Yeah, man,
what a legend that we have. But I want to kind of follow up on that. The way you take me back through By Your Side, for example. Like when you wrote that, what and we'll talk about the evolution, but of writing as well. But I want to know from you. Do you remember the time when you wrote By Your Side?
Man, By Your Side took us like a year and a half to finish it because I wrote it with my friend from Kenya. His name is Ryan. Shout out to him. He's a good composer and a guitarist. And we came up with the riff one time, and I went back home. I finished the whole song in 20 minutes. I finished like, oh, and then like I finished it. I had no bridge, and then like a week later I finished the bridge. And then I went to this producer in Abu Dhabi, tried to finish up the song, and it was a funk song.
Yeah.
It was not gonna be like a dancehall, like the rhythm you hear was something different.
Wow.
And then I go to my guy, shout out Don Fuego.
Don Fuego.
He produced the song actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Don Fuego was the guy who produced, and he was like, yo man, check this, and he did his magic, and it's a dancehall. So I wanna definitely shout out Don Fuego for kind of. Taking me in that direction, because I feel like even with the stuff I'm doing now, it kind of transitioned again to what I started doing,
Wow.
It made sense. And yeah, man, like I felt like it's just, like a good start for me, like By Your Side, definitely, man.
It is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. We're actually going to play By Your Side by Jindi, who's an incredible, obviously artist from Sudan, based here in the UAE, and we are just scratching the surface. This guy is an entertainer from like the top notch. Let's listen to By Your Side by Jindi on Pulse 95 Radio, and we'll be right back on Catch a Vibe. Do not go anywhere. Keep it locked.
Catch a Vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, on Catch a Vibe right here with me, Big Hass, a show that airs every Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 10 p.m. A show where we dive deep into the artist's story, their challenges, their kind of inspirations, and what they go through. And today with me is definitely one of my favorite humans. Like, forget the artist on the side. One of my favorite humans. We're talking about Jindi. Jindi, thanks again for being on. I got to ask you, what's the evolution of someone like a Jindi? Like when you just hear from By Your Side, and now obviously you've dropped incredible records after that, and especially the new records and the new ones that you're about to drop. there's definitely an evolution, whether it's in songwriting or even in your stage presence and the way you perform. What would you say is the evolution of Jindi from back then till now?
Man, I would say I just knew where I'm coming from and where I have to go and what impact can I do, like, you know, with the music. So I connected more, you know, with Sudan and
With the roots.
yeah, I felt like, you know, for the longest time, and I remember you asking me this in 2019, and you asked me, you know, like, if you ever gonna sing in Arabic, and I told you, because if it's the right time, I'll definitely, like, you know, do it, or the right project comes up. So I felt like I wanted to be like a bridge, you know, like my music would be a bridge, like, between Africa and like the Middle East, because you know, like Sudanese in general, like, it's like, you know, you have the Africa, you have the Arab side, and
Correct.
you know, like, I felt like Sudanese is the thing that can connect, you know, like, all of us, you know.
Facts.
And I thought music, you know, would be an outlet, like I told you earlier, like how I would project my energy. So in 2021, the transition happened, man, when I met Mastercraft, and it was just like,
Shout out to Mastercraft.
yeah, man, big up Mastercraft, you know, one of the biggest producers in Africa.
Yeah.
And you know, like, the moment I sat down in the studio,
That remix is fire. We're definitely gonna play it.
yeah. So I sat down with him, and you know, like, he taught me a lot, you know, before we even started producing. You know, he told me, like, go back home, you know, start digging into music from your own country, and
Wow.
then, you know, come the next day with something. So I had a couple of ideas written up, and you know, like, when I was doing the thing, it wasn't like how they would, you know, do it in, like, you know, Nigeria or something, but you know, like, I had the idea in mind already.
Yeah, 100%.
So we just, like, pushed on that, and you know, HASSA came about, and you know, since then, every time I perform it, it's always like either the last song or, like, you know, the biggest song I perform, and people go crazy, you know, when I.
How happy are you that you found yourself as well? You're still on the journey, of course, discovering yourself more.
Definitely, yeah.
But that was a spark, like that was like a bidayat al-khayt, where we say, like,
Yeah.
the beginning of the rope, or beginning of you finding yourself, right? In a way.
100%.
It's a beautiful thing. And I can tell you, I want you to wear your headphones if you don't mind,
Yeah.
because I want to play something, and it's a bit emotional, I know, but we got to talk about
Yeah.
Mr. Fox.
Yeah, man.
May his soul rest in peace and power.
Inshallah, man.
And Jindi, you wouldn't be where you are without Mr. Fox.
Definitely, man. Yeah, man.
I mean, this is an amazing song. It's called Mr. Fox. It's dedicated to, your father. May his soul rest in peace and power. I lost my father in 2005. And when that happened, that was a very devastating moment for me, to be honest. But also, I was started thinking I was blessed to have him for like 23, 22 years of my life, where other people never really had, for example.
Yeah.
What was the impact that your father had on you as an artist, as Jindi?
Man, if you ask me, like, who's my mentor, you know, in life, I would say my father, man. You know, like, you know,
Allah yarham.
you know, because again, like, there's so many other sides to the music that you know, like, we need to have, which is like having someone to lean on, or having someone to give you that pat on the back.
Yeah.
And my father was that kind
He
of
was
person.
that guy.
He would come to my shows, man.
Oh,
Show me love. He would sit down and, you know, like, just watch. And when I come off stage, you know, he was like, man, you know, keep on going. And you know, the funny thing is, sometimes, like, I would take him, and like, he would be tired. So it was just one time he took a nap, and we were in, like, performing in Media City.
oh, bless him.
And he took a nap. I was like, Bob, what you doing? Like, I got you and you sleeping, you know? So I felt like after he passed away, it was definitely like one of the saddest times, you know, like, definitely. And
you had to do a song.
yeah,
for him.
but like, I thought, you know, as like, when someone, you know, believes in you so much, you have to carry that flag, and
Yes.
you know, like, just take that as a tool to kind of, you know, like, move forward. And that's what I did, you know, when my father passed away. I got this, you know, expo, you know, performance,
Yeah.
like, right after, and you know, like, I was just, it was mixed emotions, you know, but I had in mind that everywhere I go, I'll have my father always, you know, and that's
Bless.
when
And I was
performed
there.
the
I was
song
there
for
when
the first
you
time.
performed this song, and you know, I think as an artist, you know, you have a duty definitely to entertain and all these things, but also, Jindi, to be honest, this is a great song that I remember my father. When you
man.
sing this one, I mean, that you wrote it for your father, but I remember, you know, mine, and it's.
I sing it, man. I sing it for you, man.
Bless you.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Bless you. I mean,
Anytime you feel down, just call me up. Yo, Jindi.
I mean, before we hear something from you, how difficult is it to perform this song? Or now it's not?
It's still, bro, it's still emotional for me. Like, every time I go out and, you know, do it, but I feel like every time I do it has everyone in that room or that stage or whatever connects with the song, man. You know, because
Was it hard to write?
yeah, man, it was hard. It was very hard, man. You know, but I think like, you know, the first time when I came up with it, I was like, man, you know, should I do it? Should I put it out? You know, but I felt like maybe I can connect with someone who shares a similar story with me, and that's what music is all about. You know, like to kind of share, you know, our stories together.
Which is the story of life, Sunnat al-Hayat, you know, like, and this
Definitely,
is.
yeah, man.
But God bless. Sorry, I had to address that.
Nah,
because,
bro.
You know,
Thank you for addressing it, man.
Oh, bless you, my brother. Because for me, when you performed that for the first time, and I heard and I saw the visuals, I saw his face. Allah yarhamu, it got me, like, you know, and so yeah. God rest his soul in peace and power. And
too,
you know
man.
what the way, you know, obviously, you know, your parents raised you. I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that this guy has a beautiful heart. I've been in this beautiful country for 5 years and a half. Never seen. He's always there for me. Always the first one to call, say, "Are you okay, Hass? Are you sure you're okay?" And that doesn't go unnoticed. So I thank you for that. Before we go to a break, I would love for you to perform something for us. So if you can grab your guitar. This is Jindi, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, he's an artist from Sudan, and he is based here in the UAE. Somebody who's very, very talented. Jindi, what can we hear now from
man,
you?
since you brought up Mr. Fox, you had me, man.
Oh, no, we're doing that?
Yeah, man.
I'll get emotion. I get emotion on the radio.
All right.
Okay. This is Mr. Fox, a song that actually Jindi wrote to his father that passed away. And I want to actually push this, and to anyone who lost, you know, a father specifically, or any loved one, this song is for you. It's called Mr. Fox, and it's by Jindi. Catch him up, Pulse 95.
Came up with 1,000 stories, told you what I feel inside. But a man who's been my homie, my best friend in this life, I can't deny this feeling. Ever since you left, you've given my life a meaning when everything looks so great. If I could just stop for a minute, tell you how much you mean to me. I miss those days when we would kick it, oh yeah. Oh, Mr. Fox, Mr. Fox, how you doing? I know it's been a while, but I can see your smile, oh, Mr. Fox. Can you hear me? I see you everywhere. Your smile is always there, oh, Mr. Fox. ماشي وين؟ اشتقت لك شديد، طولت يا حبيب، oh, Mr. Fox. ماشي وين؟ اشتقت لك شديد، طولت يا حبيب.
God bless. Thank you.
I love you, Mr. Fox.
We love you too, Mr. Fox. Is there a story with Fox, Mr. Fox? Is there a story?
Yeah, man.
we
So
could
my
share?
dad was, was kind of like unexpected, you know, like the Fox, like how would it be like everywhere? So that was it, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
No,
Bless him,
no,
man.
God rest his soul in peace.
Beautiful energy, man.
It is. I mean, you know, like this song really is an emotional record, and I'm so proud of you putting it out there. For me, it takes a lot of guts, and it's. I'm sure when you sing it and perform it live, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
It's heavy, but I can tell you that your father is proud of you. He's looking down and just proud of the man that you're becoming. We're gonna take a break, but we're gonna be right back talking about the things that you were able to accomplish. This man right here has rocked the stages of Expo, and he's been, you know, going around connecting with his roots and just making an impact just by being him. This is why it's incredible to get to know him on a deeper level. Keep it locked. It's Catch a Vibe on Pulse 95 Radio. And actually, let's play a record for you, Jindi. What about playing Just a Dream? I know we're going old way.
Let's go, man. Yeah, man. Some
Just a
Latin
Dream.
vibes.
Yeah.
Pina colada.
Yeah.
You know, some tacos.
Just a Dream by Jindi. Keep it locked on Pulse 95 Radio.
Catch a Vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, on Catch a Vibe on Pulse 95 Radio. It's actually Pulse's only music dedicated radio show where we highlight, the artists locally and region, and even music personalities, singers, songwriters, musicians, performers, people who do music, people in the streaming world. It covers all that, and we sit down with them and kind of have a conversation, really. And we are here today with the incredible Jindi, who is really taking us on a journey through kind of being authentic. And I want to talk about that. Was it challenging, or maybe what was the main challenge in doing what you're doing? What did you face? Is it connecting back to your roots? Is it developing? Is it as simple as, releasing records? What would you say is your biggest challenge as the artist, Jindi?
I mean, doing, different, projects. Like I remember, I'll give you an example. Like when I did Midnight Love with Smiley.
Yeah.
And, it was just a part of my EP, like 1995. But then, like, my producer at that time, Joe, like, told me, this thing needs like a dancehall kind of, artist. And the only thing I could think of at the top of my mind was Smiley, big up Smiley.
Big up.
Legendary MC and artist from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And I told my producer Joe, man, for this one I have to go to Africa and shoot the video. He's like, you're crazy, man.
And you did.
You just shoot it. You can shoot it here. And we flew in with the crew. Everybody went there. We shot it one of the best experiences. Connected with the people.
How was that?
Amazing, man, bro. I performed in Zimbabwe. Like that was the first time I kind of performed, like in, in Zimbabwe. I've been performing in Sudan, but like Zimbabwe, that was different because I didn't know how people would perceive me. And I did the show, and like everyone is like, just connecting with the energy, with the music. And I felt like, one of the biggest challenges for me as an artist now, like, is to kind of, drop a record and like put it out there with like the whole marketing and like, the whole,
correct.
Like basically have a big plan, because now everything transitioned. But I feel like for me, like to drop records like that, like every time I would need it to be on that kind of standard, like from dance floor and then to Midnight Love and then to HASSA. I want to like do something that would stand out, like that would be. And sometimes, I feel like they always say, like, good art takes time, man,
Yeah, 100%.
So I just don't want to rush things.
But with that, you just said it. It also proved that you're patient. When did you start, doing this? When was it? 20s? When was By Your Side released?
By Your Side was 2018.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But from 2018 till now, you've also been patient about your craft.
Yeah.
And Jindi, I gotta tell you this: it's the hardest thing to find your voice. As an artist, it's the hardest thing to find your voice. So many people want to do what's popular and what's trendy and what makes, like, numbers. No, you stick to, and you evolved. In the process of your journey, you've connected with your roots, you've evolved, and you found yourself.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, man.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, man. Hass, I wanna say something. I wanna add just something actually. Now with Sam, let's get to the
The juice.
The hard part. I think for a local or regional or like artists that's growing in a place that you don't have that kind of like much knowledge about the music industry, like you compare it to the States,
yeah.
you compare it to even Africa. So when I went to Africa, I realized that there's different streams of income that could push the artist.
Ecosystem is different.
It can be an investor has like that puts up money because they believe in 2 years or 5 years they're gonna recoup that money back. So I felt like there's different sides to putting out music than just putting out music. Like it's not you're gonna put a song today, khalas yalla, the song is viral, it can work. I know like this artist from Jordan that did that song.
I saw him in
and
the
it went up.
I saw him in the
and I feel like it's just about, like you said, like finding your sound and like
sticking to it.
Exactly.
And brother, you did that, and again, I want you to put your headset on because I want to play a record for you.
Let's go.
This is definitely a record that we all love.
Machundis.
Okay, this is the remix with, of course, Kashmir by the Mastercraft.
Yeah.
When you talk about this record, you talk about it a lot. Why did HASSA connect with a lot of people? Why is that record out of your kind of discography that kind of went out there?
So I felt like HASSA was different, like different than anything I said. And like you said, there's definitely like something trendy. There's something going on. I mean, it's just how you think of yourself as an artist has in the next 10 or 15, 20 years.
Correct.
I feel like artists that are based here, it's sometimes very hard to, get access to resources, like to get a press run, for instance, when you finish a record, or to have your song, posted on billboards outside.
Yes.
So I think, it's not bad to experiment, like even if you're doing something that's current, like you wouldn't go, out of your way totally, but you do something different to kind of, like maybe, like connect. Like when I did HASSA, I felt like so many people from Sudan connected with me. And I didn't have that, back
before.
Exactly. So when I use that, definitely Afrobeat is the thing. Afrobeat is going forward. So, like finding that thing and like capitalizing on it is definitely like something that, everyone should maybe consider.
When you dropped HASSA, did you know it's going to go like that? Did you know? Like, did you feel it's going to be different?
No, honestly, no.
At all?
I didn't know. I thought like, khalas, like everyone would be like, where's the singing part? Like so many, even when I went like to do like these radio shows and people are used to me singing like in a different way. Like, yo, what's happening? I was like, like it's a new new Jindi this,
Jindi this. Well, so Jindi this, Fiya Fiya. Can we speak about Fiya Fiya?
So man, I'm a big fan of like dancehall music. Like a big fan. I love Chronics so much. I love what like I love his message and as an artist as well, like as a songwriter. Like I listen to him a lot. So I think it came from like listening to definitely dancehall. So I want to give a big shout out to like reggae music. I've been a fan of reggae music, like from Bob Marley to Peter Tosh from a young age.
Man.
And you know that Hassan, I felt like Fiya Fiya is definitely like everywhere I go, has like everyone they say it like.
That's true.
You can't help it, man.
and again, going back, I think HASSA was unique. I get that. But also, brother, the way you push music is amazing. Meaning, the way you talk about records and how you push it, whether it's live, whether it's on your social media, and whether you show that you really love what you do. And people connect with that.
Thank you, man.
Because some artists maybe drop just for the sake of dropping. Just because that's cool. But you really showed that and this record specifically, you showed a lot of love to it. And I think it's definitely an interesting record. And, I salute you for that. Speaking about Sudan right now, and then the music that's coming out of Sudan, your thoughts about it as somebody who's based here in the UAE? Because I love the music, especially the rap that's coming out of Sudan is mad.
Yeah, man, definitely. I always connected, like with people like, Nile and my man and all these guys. Definitely, like I love what they do. I listen to it, and I actually met these guys and like.
What are your thoughts about it?
I love it, man. I think like first of all, like obviously Sudan is going through hard times, so I hope inshallah and
praise and peace
goes and peace, like spending the country inshallah. But I think the only thing that makes us as Sudanese, like go out there is like the creativity and like how
facts.
Like we push up, our people, like when I drop a record, like everyone comes along. But like I feel like artists that made the blueprint, definitely like Nile, who's been doing like music for like a while, like started as a rapper and then like a singer and then he produced for many artists. It was just like I didn't have enough resources as when I grew up, like to know like these guys are doing that kind of stuff. Obviously there was rap music happening, but I felt like the singing part, like where's the singing part, like, and I felt there was no like like a manifesto to kind of read, to see, okay, there's the Afro-Sudanese or there's like a Sudanese
and it's starting to happen,
R&B.
like when you talk about even Mar Simba and all these guys, mashallah.
Yeah, man, definitely. So everyone is kind of doing like different stuff in the different ways, but I feel like there's different genres as well, there's different styles because Sudan is very diverse.
Correct.
So I feel like we can inshallah one day be the pioneers and like inshallah inspire the next generations, man.
I can't wait. We're gonna hear HASSA right now, and I want to play HASSA the original, right? Like, or should we play the remix? What do you think?
Yeah, let's play the remix, man. Big up Kenya, man.
Big up Kenya for sure.
Yeah, man.
Let's do the remix. We'll play
we
that.
Went to Kenya, we shot the video, man. Crazy.
That was amazing. Yeah, check out the video. But up next, after that, I want to talk to you about, obviously you mentioned something interesting about Sudan. You performed in English. Now you're adding a little bit of Arabic to your music, which is amazing. And we'll talk about, the future things. This is HASSA, the remix, right here on Pulse 95 Radio. Keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Catch a vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse Pulse 95.
We're back on Catch a Vibe right here on Pulse 95 Radio. And if you're just tuning in, Catch a Vibe airs every Saturday and Sunday, obviously from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And with us today, we have Jindi. Jindi, let's talk about, when was it, a couple of years ago or so, you performed at Expo. And that was amazing to see because so many things happened. And I know there was a surprise collaboration that happened there as well. Tell me about that because it was a big stage that the UAE was hosting. And specifically, shout out to Expo and the Fridge and everyone involved at that point because that 3 days were only specified about local and local specific UAE talent, which was really to be seen. And tell me about that experience and also your incredible collaboration, the surprise collaboration that we all heard and loved.
Man. So again, like as you said, like big up Expo and like everyone involved, it was definitely a crazy experience. I think we heard about this thing like 6 months or 7 months before.
Correct.
So it was just like we waited like for 3 months, and then after that we got the approval, and then I started working, like got the band, got the horn section, got everyone, like was a 8 or 9 piece. And man, like shout out to all the musicians that were with me, from different places, and like prepared the show in a way where like I wanted to tap in, like the whole journey, like from when I started to like the new stuff.
Correct.
And like it was just a smooth transition, and I think me performing like on that stage was kind of like a moment where like I felt like we as like artists that came from this part of the world, we can definitely like
rock
rise
with
up
big
to
stages.
a standard. And I remember there was a flamenco tap dancer.
Correct.
And he would like he had options like to get to perform with someone, and like they told me like he would love to collaborate. And of course Ariam,
shout out to Ariam.
and that was like very unexpected, like but just because I always like considered my sound as like a world sound. So he jumped on Just a Dream, and he started doing like the tap dance, if you remember.
Yes.
It was crazy.
That was amazing. And also with Ariam,
man.
she's an amazing singer, has like this also Khaliji vibe with the band. You came in and that was an amazing scene.
Crazy.
To see at Expo. How did you feel?
I had the rehearsals with Ariam actually. I rehearsed with her like two days before the event.
Okay.
And has like there was literally like 40 piece band. And they were all singers, like Arabic, like professional Arabic singers. And
but she enjoyed it.
What am I gonna do with HASSA? Like the only like they said we're gonna collab, but it wasn't like nothing was sent like from my team or like her team. Like it was just like you guys are gonna collab on something. And me, I'm thinking like the only thing I came with was my phone and like the song HASSA. Like that's all I had. I was like, because
but she enjoyed it. Like
writing a song, and then I took the mic, I put the mic on my phone, and the whole band is listening. HASSA. I was like, what am I gonna do? And then like the maestro, there was a like dope. I can't remember his name, but he's a maestro for like Kazim Sahir and all these guys. And like he loved the vibe, and he started like telling the band like how to orchestrate and how to blend in HASSA with a song of Ariam. I think I can't remember what.
See, but this is insane what you're saying.
It's called Dhahiktak.
Yeah.
It was called Dhahiktak. Her song was called Dhahiktak. So Dhahiktak and HASSA like it matched up very well. And I had to sing like on her key.
Yeah.
But everything went nice, And
I saw the whole thing live, and it was amazing to see. I'm talking visually, because we know all how the Arabic pop or Khaliji. There's a visual to it, right? Like you said, like 20, 30 musicians back then, back there, and behind the artist, you coming in, and you were like, you have the energy, and I can remember the look on her face. She was smiling the whole time and enjoying herself.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was really nice. That was really nice.
And the band too, like, and you mentioning like the whole visual side, like when we had the show, like I thought about how can I make this thing memorable, and like how when people like watch this be like, wow, these guys are from this side. And shout out to every musician on that weekend, everyone that came up. It was a crazy. I watched most of these artists, like whether live where I was going to Expo or like at home. And shout out like everyone just top themselves, man. Honestly,
and exactly. I was gonna say that, and you know what that presented? It's like you said. It actually proved that we can rock big stages as local community
definitely,
here in the UAE.
100%.
It was really nice. Jindi, what lets you down? What gets you I don't like to use the word demotivated. What is it? Is it, for example, some artists get demotivated when they have no numbers? Sometimes, I don't know, it's the lack of support. Sometimes it's whatever. What gets Jindi down, and how do you deal with it?
I think in terms of like the music side, I would talk about the music. Focus on the music side. I would say, what is the definition of success for me as Jindi? Is it numbers? Is it traveling and doing shows outside? Is it selling 1 million records? And I base everything around like where I'm at, because I feel like it depends on where like the place is very important.
Where are you now?
Yeah, because when I went, for instance, like to Nigeria to work with these producers, I felt like like in Nigeria there's a whole kind of ecosystem when it comes to creating music. So shout out to the Afrobeat movement. I love how they work. Like I can be in a place house and like the next building is the producer, the other building is the promoter, and the other building is like one of the biggest artists, and it's all like one ecosystem.
Yeah.
So I feel like not having that connection here, like it doesn't have to be like only collaborating, like like a feature, because again music is also about the right time, the right place, and everything.
Correct.
So it can be like like songwriting, for instance. Like I connect also with like the young producers here, like Prince Fiya, for instance.
Yeah.
He's a very aspiring singer songwriter,
really passionate,
amazing producer as well. So I think just like on a level of like not having that like connection, like we see each other everywhere outside, but I think that we should maybe exchange ideas. If it's not collaboration, it doesn't have to be collaboration.
More connection.
I can tell you, like, bro, tomorrow if you go to Spain, I know this producer that can help you, and then tomorrow if I go to Lebanon, you can tell me, like, I know this promoter that.
But what you're saying is very important. It's also sharing knowledge in a way, and I think connection.
Yeah.
I think
not sharing knowledge, I would say.
Truly important. As we're kind of reaching towards the end, I know you have a new song you wanna kind of tell us about. But what can we expect from Jindi in 2023 or for the remainder of 2023?
Man, like I've been like just working the past 2 years, so hopefully I'll get to drop some songs that like.
And what's the difference?
We'll take my sound to another level.
In what way?
It's the Afro-Sudanese.
Okay.
And I told you like in the beginning that I want to be like let's say a connection between like the Middle East and Africa, and hopefully inshallah to the world. So by focusing on this Afro-Sudanese and just the world sound, I want to kind of reach like different places, different crowds. And yeah, like you guys can expect an album, man. It's just exclusive, man.
And he got off.
An album thing, man. Let's go. Fire thing, man.
And you know what's interesting, Jindi? What you just said right now is very interesting. I'll tell you what. So many people want to reach that space that you're at right now. You just said right now, I want to do more, Afro fusion, Sudanese fusion, all that. Why? Because you have a purpose. You want to connect like the Middle East with more Sudan. See, a lot of people don't have that, and they're lost. How were you able to find this calling? By experimenting, maybe. I don't know. How did you able to find? Why did you choose this to be your calling? Why not, for example, keep doing music, what you're doing? Why did you get into Arabic? All these questions. Why?
I would say never be afraid to fail. Always try to always try new stuff, because if you're let's say like you said last time, remember in 2019, and you said like if you're 24, you have like 3-4 years to literally like mess up and like just try everything. So I think that thing of like fear of like no, like they're not gonna listen to me again is not there. Just be out there, try different stuff, and like trendy or not trendy, but like trust me, one day it's gonna get you to that, and don't ever stop. Like keep on experimenting.
And again, see, we can hear it in this interview. You're very passionate about what you do. You love what you do, and I think that reflects in the music. That's very beautiful what you just said. What can we hear right now?
This one is called I Won't Stop. It's gonna be a part of the project, inshallah, and I'll just give you a snippet for now.
Is a project
we don't want people to leak it and start like making money on my songs.
Is it when you take a project, is an album, an EP, project?
Yeah. Hopefully it's an album, definitely, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
in this year.
I think it's about time, and you know, I want to shout out to everyone that's been working with me, the producers, songwriters, the composers, and you know, inshallah, I hope we kind of like lift the flag of you know, like, you know, the region where we come from, you know, our countries, and just spread the word out there, man. You know, because I feel like there's like everything is out there. Has like we had the pop, we had the reggae, we had the dancehall, we had the Afrobeat. I think now it's about time that, you know, people listen to, you know, what's coming from this side of the world.
Facts.
So yeah,
I
man.
love that.
Yeah,
I love that. Okay, what's the song called?
It's called I Won't Stop.
I Won't Stop.
Yeah, man.
It's a new exclusive right here on
Yeah, man.
Pulse 95 Radio. Catch a vibe. Jindi. Oh, Jindi, this.
Let's go, man.
Take it away.
Fire! I won't stop, won't ever let go till my heartbeat drops. Oh no, 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 no. I only fall back just to get back up, yeah, yeah. Like the morning sun, they gonna know my story. Machine win,
Hey.
machine win, machine win. Take me back again. Machine win, machine win, machine win. Take me back again. Say, ah, eh, ah, eh, ah, eh, ah, eh. I won't stop, won't ever let go till my heartbeat drops. Oh no, 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 no. I only fall back just to get back up, yeah. Like the morning sun, they gonna know my story.
What? Well, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. Hey, catch a vibe with style today. This is beautiful.
Fire!
Yeah, this was beautiful. When is this coming?
Gotta wait.
Oh my God.
Gotta wait for the album. It's exclusive, man. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I love it. Jindi, thank you so much for your time. Any last words?
Thank you,
and,
Big
And by
House,
the way,
man.
we're about to play this record. What's it called?
Yeah, it's a champion song.
It's a champion song.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
about to play it. But yeah, any last words you'd like to say, Jindi?
I would like to say congrats on the show.
Thank
I
you.
know how much you've been, you know, working for this house. So big
Yeah.
up. And I hope, you know, we get to inspire people always, and you know, we fulfill our purpose in you know, doing what we love, and I hope you know, this could be a platform for, you know, all the artists that you know, are making music, and just like you know, push them forward, because it means a lot for an artist to come you know, on the radio and you know, just be heard on the radio.
Of course.
I remember the first time I came here, you know, the song was played.
That was amazing.
And I played it in the car. My friends were all jumping around, and you know, so
I mean,
alhamdulillah, man, you know,
man.
fire, you know.
Thank you for being you, Jindi. Definitely one of the most kind of unique artists we have. His energy is remarkable, and may Allah bless you always and protect you, because really you have an amazing energy about you, my brother. Thank you so much for also sharing few of the vulnerable moments that you went through, and I can't wait to hear the new stuff. This record right there, we want a world premiere. We want a world premiere right
Yalla,
here.
let's go, man.
Okay.
You're my guy, man.
Deal? World premiere.
Yalla, let's go,
Okay,
man.
we got it on
Inshallah.
camera. Love to you guys. Peace and love. We're going to hear Jindi's Aye Aye, which is a song.
Hey.
It's all about champions.
Yeah,
Turn us up next week with a new guest and just new energy. Saturday and Sunday, Pulse 95 Radio, as Jindi is saying to you guys. Peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salam.